And welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Ryan, and this is my very first video. So I am not necessarily sure how often I will post new content and what the content will be like. However, the general idea is that my channel will be about WGU and my experience with it in the Teachers College. So WGU stands for Western Governors University, and I have been attending WGU for about 1 year now. So this video will be about the pros and cons of WGU and my experience so far with them and things about me. So I have very few cons about WGU. I only have one, and the rest are all pros. So let's start with the pros. Number one, it is very, very affordable. WGU is right around $7,000. It's a little bit above that. And that's for a full year of tuition. Covered in tuition is all of your books as well and all of your course material, so you won't be spending $300 or more on a book you won't even look at. So you're saving a lot of money that way. To put that into perspective, my first year of college, I went to a private university that cost me $42,000. Yes, you heard that correctly. $42,000. Yeah, and that did not include books. So, like I said, $7,000 is very affordable when you put that into perspective. And like I said, almost everything will be included in your tuition for the year. The only real things you'll have to buy out of pocket, if you don't already have one, is a reliable computer. As of right now, WGU is not able to do proctored exams on Chromebooks. So most courses have proctored exams, and you cannot use a Chromebook for that. However, you can use a Chromebook to write papers, to study on, things of that nature. But to do proctored exams, you have to have a different computer. It can be a desktop, it can be a MacBook, it can be a Windows, anything, just not Chromebook. I don't know why. I don't have a rhyme or reason for it. I don't know. You also need a webcam. You cannot use the webcam that's embedded into your computer. You have to use a webcam that is a tripod, like so. WGU used to supply these. This is where I got this from. However, they stopped doing that, and I'm not really sure why. However, I'm sure that you can find an inexpensive webcam at Walmart or Target or even on Amazon. If you have any questions, I do highly recommend contacting your mentor. They will probably have the best information. However, if they don't have the information, I do also recommend following the WGU Facebook pages because we do talk on there a lot. I post on there a lot. I ask questions. Everybody else asks questions. And you can also search within that page. Like you can put webcam, and posts about webcam will come up and you can see what people are buying. The other thing you're going to need to get is reliable internet. I cannot stress enough how important that really is. You need to have reliable internet in order to do your proctored exams. I use Comcast. On occasion, if the weather's bad, if it's raining or snowing in my area, I will take an Ethernet cable and plug it into my computer, but other than that, I typically just use the Wi-Fi. I've heard of other people also using hotspots. I've never used a hotspot, ever. Actually, I use the Wi-Fi or the Ethernet cable, so those are your best bets. The other great things that I like about WGU and why I chose WGU is you can go at your own pace and you set your own schedule. So say I have a family event to go to. I don't have to go to school because there's no building to go to. There's no classes to physically sit in and attend. I don't have to go. And I really like that because I do work full time. I work 40 hours a week, and I don't necessarily have the time or the energy at the end of the day to attend a 3-hour class. I just don't. That's not realistic. So that's why I chose WGU is you can go at your own pace. You can go as slow or as fast as you would like. And again, it fits into your own schedule. The other good thing about WGU is that you're considered a full-time student. Now, you do take one course at a time. Sometimes you can take two. It all kind of depends on how you work and what your mentor is going to suggest for you and how you study. However, you have to complete at least 4 courses in one term. Each course is roughly 3 credits, or as we call it, WGU, competency units. It's pretty much the same thing, competency units, credits, just different term. Each course will be about 3 competency units, which equals your 4 classes, your 12 credits, which makes you a full-time student, which will give you extra benefits like financial aid and different support like that. Like if you don't want to take loans out, your Pell Grants and your other grants and scholarships, you should really be a full-time student. Speaking of scholarships and grants, WGU does have some great options if you do not want to take out loans. I'd recommend checking those out too. The other great thing about WGU is that you can take as many classes as you want to in one term. So once you finish your 4 classes, say you have some time at the end of your term, you can add in more classes. So say I finish a class and I have another 6 weeks in my term. I can add 2 more classes. Simple as that. And you just keep going. One term is 6 months. So my terms go from July 1st to December 31st, or, New Year's Eve. Then on New Year's Day, January 1st, starts my next term. And that goes until June 30th. So it's always, it's continuous. It keeps going. It just keeps rolling and it keeps going until you're done. So that's another good thing, is that you don't really have any, I don't want to call it downtime, but you don't have any, downtime, I guess. You will also have weekly phone calls with your student mentor. And those can go to bi-weekly based on what you and your mentor think is best for you. And once you prove yourself to your mentor that you don't have to have your hand held. Okay? My mentor was great. She is great. A mentor is meant to help you and guide you through your experience, and they're like a little cheerleader that's always on your shoulder, okay? I remember the first time that I passed an exam. I was so excited because not only did I start this new journey, but I just passed my first class in the first 5 days of my first term. That's pretty amazing. So I remember I was so excited, and my mentor emailed me with a little GIF or whatever you guys want to call it, of Snoopy dancing, and I was so excited, and I was like, that's amazing, because not only is she excited, but that makes me more excited because she's on my side. She wants to see me succeed, and every mentor wants to see their student succeed, and it's definitely prevalent in how they work. And she'll shoot you an email, congratulations, and it's nice and it's heartwarming, and it's good to see that. Unfortunately, there are times where students and their mentors don't click, and when that happens, you can always request a new mentor. I was fortunate enough to not have that necessity. I loved my mentor from day one. She's been great. I talk to her all the time. Even if I can't, get her on the phone, I can just shoot her a quick email, and it's great. The other great thing about WGU, and it kind of fits in with your own schedule and your own pace, but you can always schedule meetings whenever you need to, and whenever fits your schedule. When I say meetings, meetings with mentors, meeting with course instructors, meetings with tutors in the tutor centers. We have math centers, writing centers, all that stuff for anything. You can make an appointment to talk to anybody that fits your schedule and when you want to, typically. Sometimes if you go on to the scheduling center, you can go and you can see, oh, there's an appointment in 15 minutes. Okay, great. Let me get my stuff ready and I can make that appointment and I'll get a phone call. Okay. And that works out pretty well. The only con that I have the only con that I have for WGU is that you are not able to look at course materials unless you register for that course and you commit to finishing that course within your term. That's a big thing for me because a lot of times I finish all my courses before the end of my term. So for example, I finished my last course on June 9th and my term ends on June 30th. Now I have 3 weeks left in my term, which is time to finish another class. However, I wouldn't feel confident that I would finish. It would be hairy for me. It would be stressful for me, and I don't want that. If I could look ahead and see the course material, I could get ahead and I could accelerate and take my exam in the first couple of days of my next term. But you can't do that. That's my only con that I have with WGU, but I can live with it because, like I said, that price is definitely worth it. So that's it on my pros and cons. I'm going to go ahead and tell you a little bit about me and why I chose WGU. So I chose WGU for many, many reasons. However, my 3 top reasons are money. Money, 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 money. $7,000 a year is not bad. That is amazing. And when you think about it, when your books are included, you're getting a good deal, okay? It's a great, great deal. WGU is also accredited. It's my next one. The Teachers College is accredited by the CAEP, and that's very important for anybody going into a teaching college. Now, WGU does have 4 colleges: Teachers College, IT College, Business College, and nurses. So they all have the different accreditations. However, since I'm the Teachers College, I'm going to be really focusing on the Teachers College. So they are accredited by the CAEP. And the final thing is that I can go at my own pace. And I've said that multiple times, and I will say it all the time. I can go at my own pace and do it on my own time. That is a big thing. And like I said, I do work full time. And believe it or not, I don't study when I get home from work. Nope. I don't study on the weekends. So you might ask, how do I do it? We'll get into that. What degree am I pursuing? So I'm currently pursuing a Bachelor's of Art in Elementary Education, and that will allow me to get a license in Massachusetts to teach grades 1 through 6. So I'm really excited about getting my degree. With my degree, I have to do what they call student teaching or field experience. Field experience has 2 parts to it. There's PCE, or preclinical experience. That is observation hours. For my degree, I have to do 75 hours of classroom observation. Then I have to do what they call DT, or demonstration teaching, and that is, for me, for my state, is 12 weeks of actual student teaching. So that's going to be interesting. And I'm really excited. I'm really nervous, but it'll be okay. We'll get through it. So that's how that works. And that is all unpaid. And you have to do it in order to get your degree done for, licensureship. It's a really big thing. So make sure that you're able to do that, because if you're not, it's not going to be a fun time for you. So how do I study? So like I said, we'd get to that. I don't study at home. I do 98% of my schoolwork while I'm working. So I'm fortunate enough where I work I work manufacturing, and I'm lucky enough that the company that I work for allows us to listen to music. So if I can listen to music, I can listen to audiobooks, I can listen to songs, I can listen to anything. So why not schoolwork? So what I do is I love their pre-recorded cohorts and videos. So a lot of times courses will have pre-recorded cohorts, and I will email a course instructor and say, hey, can I get those? And I will download those to my computer so I can watch them without using Wi-Fi. Then at that point, I put them on my phone. And then when I'm at work, I take my handy dandy headphones. These are the best headphones I've had, and I go through a lot. I can wear them comfortably for 8 hours a day. The battery will last about 4 days. So every Sunday before the work week starts, I will charge them. And then on Thursday, they're at about 40%. So I will give them a charge overnight on Thursday so I can get through Friday. So with my headphones. So I will listen to these recorded cohorts over and over and over and over again. And it sounds boring, and it can be, but it works because if you're listening to a 20-minute video for 8 hours a day on repeat, it will get in there, okay? So that is the majority of how I study. However, if I don't get a concept, I will go into the book and I will read up on it. And if that doesn't give me clarification, I will go ahead and make an appointment with a course instructor to go over that specific content. Like I said, 98% of the time, I do all of my studying at work, and it's worked amazing for me. That allows me to be able to have dinner with my husband every night, have a home-cooked meal every night. I'm not stressing every night. I can also go out on the weekends. I can hang out with friends on the weekends. I can go to family functions on the weekends without being stressed or feeling guilty about not doing schoolwork. So, I also do a brain dump. So a brain dump is something that we do on a whiteboard. The whiteboard you'll get from WGU is not this big. However, I have this one. Hope you guys can see it. It's pretty big. I actually bought that one from Joblot for $2, and you can use it as long as there's nothing on it. So what I do is about a week before my exam, I will practice my brain dump. So I will practice what I need to write on my brain dump about a week in advance. And once I start my exam, my whiteboard is completely blank, and it has to be for every student who does an exam. The proctor will ask you to hold up the whiteboard, and they'll have you show it front and back, and it has to be completely clear. The first 5 to 10 minutes of my exam, I will sit down and I will write everything that I remember from my brain dump. And let me tell you, with the combination of the cohorts over and over again, and the combination with the whiteboard is amazing, and it works wonders for me. Something else I will do, not all the time, but on occasion, and because it's free, I will use Quizlet. But I do highly, highly recommend that you do the research on the Quizlet sets, because sometimes the terms and definitions don't match. They're not right, things like that. And I really don't have time or energy or honestly the motivation to make my own flashcards. I never liked flashcards at all. I just didn't want to make them. So if they're there and they're accurate, I will use them. If not, I may not use them. How many classes do I complete in a term? So the first call I had with my mentor, we talked about when I wanted to graduate and when I wanted to do my field experience. So I told her I wanted to do my field experience the fall of 2021. And we decided that was a good plan, and I would graduate shortly after that. So my graduation date is set for December 2021. Which is not this year, but next December, okay? So with that in mind, we decided that I have to complete 6 courses every term, which equates to 1 course a month. However, I've been completing about 7 classes every term with time to spare. As I said before, I completed my last class on June 9th, and my term ends on June 30th, so I'm just kind of relaxing a little bit, giving myself like a mental break, which is good, but I'm not doing nothing. I am studying for content exams. So for the teachers college, you have to take what they call basic skills exams and content exams in order to get licensed in your state to teach. So I'm kind of beefing up on that. I don't have an exam scheduled until August, so I still have some time, but like I said, I'm kind of getting a head start on it. So I do hope that you enjoyed this video, and I hope that it helped you get an understanding of WGU and how I like to study, and maybe my study tips can help you study. Like I said, everything is here, and I love WGU. I will forever be a night owl, and I don't have anything negative to say about WGU. I only wish that I had found out about WGU sooner than I had. Thanks for watching.